I'm gonna fly out. I'm gonna fly out to come see the fight. I'm gonna come see you fight.
Oh yeah, man, come through, man. I'm gonna come show. I'm gonna come, man. Tell me, man. I'm gonna come through hands, man.
They got you as a what's the name in the I think it said in the sports book called the same favorite, right?
Plus 210.
Plus 210. He go, I'm investing money. Fuck that. You know we.
Yeah. Get that right there. Put me on me.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna. Ain't no sense in coming. I ain't gonna make no money on the show. I got to make some money on the show now.
You should make money, man. You should make money, man.
We gonna get some. I'm gonna send them some what's the name over there too, some champagne over. When I do come, I bring. We have a good time while I'm out there, right?
Yeah, man. That's what's up, man. Afterwards, man. I know you took down, so I'm gonna have some shit with you, man. I got people coming, man, that's in that business.
Yeah, I know. I know you are.
Ask the boys how I get down, man. Ask the boys how I get down, man. I got that real, I got that strong. One hit of footage, you done.
Oh, okay. That's what I want to see. You know, I got that strong. I'm gonna see. I will come see you Saturday. I'm gonna come see you before the fight and just come see what's up, right?
Alright, that's what's up, man.
All right. Hey, can you hear me? Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
How you doing? How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm great.
Good, man. You got a big fight coming up.
Yes, sir. I saw your video too.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
If you want to lose that money.
You said I'm gonna lose my money.
You better hedge that bet.
I better hedge the bet. So you feeling real good. You feeling real good.
I feel awesome. Yeah. Man, I'm in the prime of my career right now. Just going into the heavyweight tournament. I feel awesome. I had a great training camp. I'm healthy. You know, so it is what it is. Nothing to do but to do it now. So.
Yeah, man, this definitely going down. I'm coming out there, so we're gonna see how the action go down.
I love it. Let's get together afterwards and celebrate a victory.
Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, because you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
It's your boy Taco Bell Wani, and it looks like 50 Cent is going to be attending Bellator 199 this Saturday in San Jose, California. And from the videos we just saw, he might be placing a big bet on King Mo, who's going to be fighting Ryan Bader in the main event of Bellator 199. But as you saw in the video, after 50 Cent talked to King Mo on the phone, he also spoke to Ryan Bader, who confronted him, on the phone, like, yeah, I saw that video, you're going to be betting against me, might want to hedge your bet. I'm telling you, I'm in the prime of my career. So Ryan Bader let 50 Cent know, I know you're going to be coming in all dog, and I know you might be putting some money on my opponent, but you might lose your money fucking around with Ryan, the Master Bader. That is his nickname. With that being said, that's not all 50 Cent has been in the MMA news as of late for. Actually, there was a photo that surfaced of 50 Cent with the Bellator MMA president, and it looked like Scott Coker, the president of Bellator, was signing some sort of, right there it's a skinny piece of paper. That looks like it might just be signing the tab, paying, that looks like it's just a dinner or something. So there's no confirmed paperwork or anything of like 50 Cent signing a deal with Bellator. But after the meeting, 50 Cent you saw on the phone with Ryan Bader and King Mo. Also, he called out Rampage Jackson for the Battle of the Real Jackson. 50 Cent's real name is Curtis Jackson, and you got, of course, Rampage Jackson. And 50 Cent, he's not a stranger to combat sports. Now, does he have a chance against Rampage Jackson? Fuck no. Rampage Jackson would knock 50 Cent unconscious, like I'm sure a lot of fighters would just love to do in general, because 50 Cent is Floyd Mayweather's boy. He's team boxing. He's really on the, team Floyd Mayweather over Conor McGregor side and such, even though him and Floyd Mayweather have had their issues. 50 Cent's more of a boxing guy. MMA is not really his thing. Even if he does got some skill with the hands, this is a whole different story. And we're talking about Rampage Jackson who's a knockout artist, who actually responded to 50 Cent. Rampage Jackson's a knockout artist, but still a well-rounded mixed martial artist, as you wouldn't be able to be a former UFC champion and a legend of the sport if you were just a one-dimensional fighter, which Rampage Jackson is not. But Rampage Jackson and 50 Cent, I think they're probably about the same age, maybe. I would, both of them approaching 35, maybe and up. But still, Rampage Jackson responded to 50 Cent, and he said, had that meme. He said, "My face when a rapper calls me out," and he asked, "Is 50 serious?" Now, with that being said, now, this fight sounds crazy, and it sounds like crazy talk, but at the same time, 50 Cent's not really known for being some type of coward, but he also is known for being a troll, right? 50 Cent's one of the biggest trolls in the rap game. So when it comes to 50 Cent versus Rampage Jackson, I don't think that's actually going to come to fruition, although we did see Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor in boxing. Floyd has talked about coming to MMA. Maybe that got 50 Cent excited, like, "Hey bro, you think you can do it? I can do it." Who knows? But that would not be wise for 50 Cent. I think he's probably just trolling here. And maybe he is interested in Bellator MMA on a business tip, you know what I'm saying? Because UFC, probably a little more high dollar, but Bellator still got some high level fighters. If 50 Cent is paying at all attention to Bellator, if MMA, he probably knows about Bellator, and you see him talking to Scott Coker, so we don't know the extent of their deal. Ariel Helwani did touch on that actually, though. He said regarding the photo with Scott Coker and 50 Cent, he said they met, but he's told he was just curious about the fight game, 50 Cent being the promotion, etc. He asked to meet with Coker. Coker was happy to talk to him, and he described it as a fact-finding meeting. Nothing more at this point. So that goes a little to what I was just saying, as 50 Cent might be interested in Bellator. He sees they're the B League. You see the UFC doing their thing. He sees how big Conor McGregor is at this point. He sees what his boy Floyd Mayweather, some of the potential that he has in the UFC game as far as the attention it's getting. So maybe 50 Cent is curious. Do I think he wants an MMA fight? I don't. But what about a boxing fight? What about a boxing fight with the Bellator fighter, right? What if we see 50 Cent versus Rampage Jackson in boxing? 50 Cent might still go to sleep, but who knows? It is just boxing. Anything can happen when you take a well-rounded fighter out of their element. I don't know 50 Cent's level of boxing, and at this level of fuckery going on in the UFC and stuff, if you're talking about Floyd Mayweather coming over and fighting MMA with unified rules, really, that's something you don't expect from the UFC. But Bellator, everything goes in Bellator, so we could see 50 Cent, and Bellator's got, a little kickboxing promotion thing going on. Some of the fighters like Heather Hardy box and do MMA, so we could see 50 Cent doing like a crossover fight. It could be MMA if 50 Cent's really got some stones and wants to challenge himself in an MMA fight. That'd be huge for Bellator. But it could just be a boxing fight. Or it could just be wanting, I don't know about a piece of the pie, but just interested in the fight game. We'll see what happens. But all I know is 50 Cent is looking like he's aligning himself with Bellator MMA, as not only did he challenge Rampage recently, and this is what he said in the call-up: "Don't get it fucked up. I'm the baddest Jackson around this motherfucker." Now, if we can get the money right, Rampage got a problem on his hands. If we can get the money right, if 50 Cent, hey, maybe he's not doing as well. Floyd Mayweather, everyone talks about how much money he has, but hey, the tax man comes for everybody. So all I'm saying is maybe 50 Cent needs a bag, and he's still doing shows. 50 Cent's popular. He's got that show Power. If you ain't watched Power, 50 Cent, I don't think he needs the money in that sense. I don't think he's fucking going bankrupt or anything. But maybe you can always use more money. Maybe he just wants a big bag. And Rampage Jackson is a pretty big name. I think if there was a Rampage versus 50 Cent in boxing, I think there would be an audience for it. Would it be Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather? No. But it could be the Fruity O's version, if you know what I'm saying, the off-brand. So, hey, I got my eye on what's going on with 50 Cent and Bellator, I'm not going to lie. And on top of challenging Rampage Jackson, he also is going to attend Bellator 199. He was on the phone with King Mo, on the phone with Ryan Bader, said he was going to be betting on King Mo. Got a little confidence when King Mo told him he had that one-hitter quitter. 50 Cent looks like he's going to be attending Bellator 199 in San Jose, California. Interesting. I'll tell you one thing. The fact that 50 Cent's betting on King Mo kind of makes me root for Ryan Bader a little more. No, I'm just fucking around, but I already am picking Ryan Bader to win that fight. I just posted my Bellator predictions last video, so make sure you check those out. Bellator 199 predictions. And also, I'm going to do another video after this. I've seen some people talking about it. Dana White, UFC president, came out and sort of refuted what Ariel Helwani said about his UFC sources as far as the Nico Montano Valentina Shevchenko situation. I'm going to put that video up on Patreon, and of course that's free, but I just want to get you guys, you know, make sure you check that out. It's free, patreon.com/fulltimemma. I'm going to do that video over there, and then of course I'll put some more stuff up over here. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. I'm out.
I talked to the boy Bader. He won his last four fights.
Yeah, he won his last four.
Last 4 fights. He said he felt real good about it. The motherfucker told me I was gonna lose my money. How much I said I was gonna pay?
$250.
Tell them hold up. My money's scared. I'm scared money right now. I don't know how this shit gonna go. But shit. This motherfucker tough, man. I don't know how this shit gonna go.
And as always, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOWG.